Hey guys, Jem here with another book review. This time I'm going to be reviewing Deep and Dark and Dangerous by Mary Downingham. This is another book, I just reviewed another book by her just yesterday. And also, again, I read this one in just a couple of hours too, because it was a very short book. It was only around 100 to 200 pages. I rated it an 8 out of 10. I really liked the storyline. And this review may contain spoilers. It's just like what I remember or not. So, on to the synopsis. Just before summer begins, 13-year-old Allie finds an old photograph. She recognizes the two children. One's her mother, the other her Aunt Dulcie, but who is the third person, the one who's been torn out of the picture? Allie will have 2 months to figure it out, since she's spending the summer with her aunt and her cousin in the same house her mom and aunt used to visit when they were kids. Then Allie meets Sissy. Sissy is mean, spiteful, and determined to ruin Allie's summer. Sissy also has a secret. Could it have something to do with the old photo? Allie is dying to find out. Though if she's not careful, that's exactly what might happen to her. Die, that is. So, yeah. This book, I rated an 8 out of 10, once again. I liked the story. It was nice. It wasn't really, scary, but it was a ghost story. I read it in only a couple of hours since my friend just loaned me the book today. So, Allie finds an old photograph in her grandmother's old things. Her grandmother had died prior to the book. And so she finds this old photograph and she asks her mother. Her mother completely freaks out after being asked about the photograph and who's the other girl in the picture. And so that spirals into a whole thing in the summertime. So Dulcie asks Allie to babysit Emma, who is Allie's cousin. And so all three of them go to the lake cottage house thing. And Allie's mother's completely against the idea because she completely hates the place because of what happened 30 years ago. And things start to change during their time at the cottage. Emma meets this girl, Sissy. Well, Allie and Emma meet Sissy. And Emma's only 5 years old. And Sissy, who's 10, is influencing Emma to be more like her, which is mean, spiteful, and all that. And it's completely terrible. And Allie just hates it. And Dulcie's been changing too because of the depressing... Because... the cottage and lake is in Maine, and it's all rainy and stuff with the mist and the fog. And so Dulcie has been really become more dark and negative about things, and because of what happened in the past. This girl, Teresa, used to be friends with Dulcie and Allie's mother. I think her name was Grace or Gracie. But anyway, Teresa had died when she was 10. 30 years prior to the book. And so Allie's mom and Dulcie are completely frightened because they were just they were only around 10 years old at the time when Teresa died. And so they kept it a secret all this time on how she died. Because Dulcie had thrown a doll that was her sister's Gracie, who's Allie's mom, and Teresa wanted it so badly. She jumped out of the canoe, they were in the middle of the lake, and Teresa, drowned. And Gracie and Dulcie got to shore and then lied about, being with Teresa and how Teresa died. And Teresa still, was haunting the place, waiting for Dulcie or Gracie to come back. And so she introduces herself as Sissy to Allie and Emma. And while their summer goes on, Allie, like, figures out the mystery of Teresa, that Teresa and Sissy are the same person, and that Sissy is a ghost haunting the cottage grounds. And so she tries to get Dulcie to tell the truth, and in the end, they have to have, they let everybody know what happened, what truly happened that night. And how Teresa actually died. And, let's see. And Sissy wanted a proper funeral. So they found her bones, because, like, the people who were, like, all, like, logical were, like, all questioning whether it really was where the bones, because Allie and Emma knew where Sissy's bones were, and so they were like, you know, oh, these kids don't know what they're talking about. The ghosts, they're not real. But they actually do find Sissy's bones, Teresa. I keep saying both names. I keep changing. They find Teresa's bones. They give her a proper burial, and Teresa moves on. So that's what happens throughout the book. I really did like the story. It was a cute little story. It wasn't scary, per se. I mean, even though this is, like, Mary Downingham's books are, like, for a little bit of younger readers. I'm, like, in my teens now, but I still enjoy a good ghost story. I liked the storyline. It was nice. But it wasn't scary. But that's all I really have to say. An 8 out of 10, once again. I really did like the story. I was able to figure out that Sissy was Teresa, like, a little before halfway through the book. So, yeah. Anyway, I might be reading another book by Mary Downinghan next, because her books are really quick to get through. And so that's the reason why my friend checked it out, because she's read all the books by Mary Downinghan, apparently. And she checked them out from the library because they're really quick reads. So I think she has another one, so I'm going to see if I can borrow that. And I still need to finish Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. I'm almost halfway. I got, like, a nice dent into it. I got nicely into the book. But I still need to finish. Anyway, that's all I really have to say about this book. So, I might be reading another of Mary Downinghan's books. I might just continue Clockwork Princess. I'm not sure yet, but I guess I'll see you guys later in my next review. Bye!